Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good.
I'm doing good. No complaints. Well, some complaints, but perhaps nothing that I can do about them. So, in order to self soothe, I get way too into fictional stories, especially anime. And right now, we are now indulging in Naruto. So, let's not waste any time and get right into it.
Rock Lee assumes his stance while blood drips down his arm onto the grass. That's some striking imagery. He's ready to fight even though he shouldn't be. Gaara watches him and remembers their fight and how badly he hurt him. There's a good chunk of Lee's blood absorbed into all that sand on his back. When he first arrived, he stood quite protectively over Lee, and that really stood out to me. Remember back in the Chunin exams when he went back to the hospital to finish what he started? Man, he was really in a bad headspace. Is he now wanting to make up for his past actions? Gaara says he'll handle this himself, and Lee rejects that idea and wants to take the lead. He's got way too much gumption for someone who was on crutches yesterday. He's supposed to be taking it easy. Kimimaro assesses the situation and correctly guesses that Gaara is more of a distance fighter, so he wants to get close, but that's not exactly a simple endeavor. Kimimaro engages with the sand, fighting it while firing finger bones at Gaara. We haven't seen the Sound Ninja in a close combat fight yet, and I would like to see that. I wouldn't say that he can't, it's just an unknown. I mean, I doubt you can become a ninja if you've got no taijutsu skills. But we do know he's not really accustomed to pain the way the other shinobi are, so perhaps that's his weakness. Not that I want him to have one, I'm very much Team Gaara.
All of this time, he has been feeding his own sand into the ground and using it to grind up the stones and minerals in the earth beneath us. Amazing.
He really is amazing. Once again, I have to say that Liam O'Brien does an excellent job portraying Gaara.
When I look at this guy, it reminds me of him.
Huh?
Uchiha, his eyes, seeking to prove the value of their own existence.
That is a very interesting observation. Eyes like Sasuke, eyes that want to prove the value of his existence. I can see how Sasuke would feel that way, being the only one of his clan to survive. You would feel like, why not me? Why me and not everybody else? Why was I the one to be spared? I can imagine feeling like you have to be amazing. You have to do something striking and great because you're alive when so many other people are not. And he's made that thing, that great valuable thing that he can do to give a reason for his own existence, being getting revenge for his family and for his clan, and getting as strong as he possibly can in order to do that.
And of course Naruto is still pursuing Sasuke, shouting his name all the while. Is it time for them to actually speak to each other? I am really looking forward to this confrontation, though I suspect it's going to be a hard one for Naruto. And where is Sasuke leading him? Or is all of this just aimless? While in this cave, Naruto is seeing and experiencing visions depicting his isolation from the village. Is Sasuke Sharinganing him? Before we find out, it's time to learn about Kimimaro. I've been waiting for this one. We see him in a small prison cell, being captive as a child, alone in the dark.
Why am I in a place like this? Is there really a God watching over us? And if God does exist, how could he let something like this happen to me?
Isn't that a question for the ages? A child philosopher, this one. One day someone lets him out, stating that it's time for him to be of use, to fight for the sake of the Kaguya clan, and fight he must do, even now. His curse marks spread all over his body, and he breaks out of the sand coffin, having survived by growing a hard membrane of bone under his skin.
If I hadn't grown a membrane of bone underneath my skin, I would have been crushed beyond recognition.
More bones. He's a monster. A freak.
Now you know I love Gaara, but him more than anyone should not be throwing around words like monster and freak. Not that I think he's a monster or a freak, but those are the kinds of words that were used against him when he was young, and that caused him a lot of pain and distress, and he kind of went crazy. So he should know better than to engage in this type of name calling. Considering what people seem to be able to do in this world of Naruto, I'm not sure growing bones underneath your skin is that wild or bizarre.
Gaara fully appreciates the significance of Kimimaro emerging relatively alright from his sand and takes things up a notch. I wonder if anyone has truly survived the sand coffin when it's engulfed them so completely. Using hand signs, Gaara calls upon a sand tsunami, and drowning in sand would truly be a horrible, horrible fate. Kimimaro is overwhelmed by the sheer volume of it. Just look at it. Look at what Gaara is capable of. He's created a desert in the middle of a forest, and it's still not enough. Kimimaro still does not give up. He must fight. In the flashback, Kimimaro's captors are attacking the Mist Village and order him to kill every resident he comes upon. How can they take this child from his cage and immediately throw him into a battle on the scale? All he'll ever know is imprisonment, fighting, and war. And who are the first people young Kimimaro comes across?
Are you from the Mist Village?
No.
I see. Sorry.
I really was not expecting to see Sabuza and Haku again, even after they mentioned the Mist Village. Very bittersweet to see them again. Their ending was sad, tragic, and also kind of sweet. And Haku recognizes that look in his eye. He's just like me before I met Sabuza, because Haku was also a child looking for meaning, feeling like he meant nothing because there was nobody who needed him. And then he said as well, Haku said that to Naruto, you're just like me. Why do we have all of these just like broken children? This anime is just about a bunch of lost children learning how to fight. And then becoming useful and valuable because they can fight real good. I feel so sad for Kimimaro to be taken from prison and immediately set upon the world for violence, to do violence. He will have known only bad things in his life. He knows imprisonment and then murder. Who are these people?
And this whole interaction shows how Kimimaro doesn't have violence in his heart. He doesn't want to kill people. He's not just attacking without thought. Even the fact that he asked them which village they're from shows a kind of innocence and naivety. And then as he continues on his way, who is the next person he runs into? Why, Orochimaru, of course. This man really sounds evil just all the time, hey?
What you're seeking is just below this ridge, child. The Kaguya clan. What a bunch of idiots. Brute strength is nothing in the face of a regimented military.
Their defenses were stronger than we thought they'd be.
Nothing we can do about it. Just take out as many of them as you can before you go.
Why are these Kaguya clan people so odd? Like wild-eyed and sinister and kind of calm about losing and almost eager to die as long as they can take a bunch of people with them. What is their deal? Kimimaro fights and fights without knowing why, without understanding why someone needed him, needed his skills, needed him to do something other than be in a cage, and that's all that drove him. He had purpose now and something to do. And he did also want to survive. He did not want to die.
And the obvious, of course. I had to fight in order to survive.
Okay, so this doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of the story and everything, but why is the reaction to Kimimaru's bone thing so extreme? For the context that this is the world of Naruto where there's just crazy jutsu all the time, right? I mean, I find it creepy. It's weird, it makes me feel weird that he does all this bone stuff. But in the world of Naruto where people can like shapeshift essentially, like that one time Naruto turned into a shuriken. So in a world where things like that are possible, is it really that weird that his bones come out of his back? People transform all the time, right?
Kimimaro is the only member of his clan to survive, alone in a world he's unfamiliar with, and so he wanders from place to place. Eventually he comes across a beautiful flower blooming in hostile conditions and asks it how it's possible to do such a thing. Becoming angry as it doesn't respond to him, he's going to stab it to destroy it, but he is interrupted.
Just maybe there is no purpose in life. You might discover something of value in it. Like how you discovered that flower, or how I discovered you one fateful night.
This is the cult leader version of Orochimaru that I have been longing to see. How is he able to pull in all of these people to worship him with such devotion?
Come, it's time to go.
He made him feel valuable. That's what we all want, eh? We want to feel loved. But if we cannot feel loved, we would like to be valued and cherished at least. And it's the same dynamic that we saw with Haku and Zabuza. Haku was so devoted to him because he was valuable to him. Zabuza valued him as a weapon. Of course, it was more than that. But is it more than that for Orochimaru? Does he get companionship from all of these people he surrounds himself with? Or are they also tools to him as well?
People are born for a reason. That's what I think. I was put on this earth to protect Lord Orochimaru and his ambitions.
And didn't Haku feel the same way about Zabuza? Totally willing to die for him, to die for this person who has given their life meaning, who has become the sole purpose for their existence. And then a tentacle emerges from the sand, and Kimimaro is going to be even more monstrous than the others, isn't he? Naruto is still in the cave calling for Sasuke, and I'm unsure if his vision of Neji is true or not, because these Uchihas have mind magic. Okay, so what I thought was a tentacle was actually a tail, and he does indeed look more monstrous than all of the others. Now this is when you should scream at the sight of him. Kimimaro is charging and Gaara is trying to stop him, but he's dodging all of his attacks and he breaks through the sand barrier to land a blow on him. Gaara did his sand skin shield thing at least, so he didn't have the full impact of the blow. Lee takes this chance to make his own move and Kimimaro smacks him down with his tail, landing the attack even though Gaara tried to protect him. Gaara at least softened the blow and Lee recognizes it's better if he stays out of the way. Kimimaro pulls out a spine blade from his back and the sound of it made my skin crawl. And this weapon reminds me of Sabumaru, the Zanpakuto Renji uses in Bleach. It's a cool design and he uses it like a whip to bind Gaara, and you just know he's getting ready to do some kind of finishing move. He's preparing an attack, but he's coming to the limit of his ability and blood comes out of his mouth. Gaara uses an even stronger shield technique that takes the form of the sand spirit, and Orochimaru is casually contemplating how much longer his disciple will last. It's like he's talking about the weather or something, not the life of someone who would sacrifice anything for him. We learn more about the Kaguya. They were a bloodthirsty clan who only found peace while fighting, but the world was no longer suited to this kind of living, and so attacking the Mist Village was basically an act to end it all. Their way of life was gone and they could not adapt.
And yet, you were able to save one from oblivion. The youngest and most gifted of all the Kaguya.
His powers were so great that his own clan feared him. So much so that they kept him imprisoned and isolated for nearly all his young life.
Kimimaro drills through Gaara's sand, steadily pushing against it until his bone jaw shatters and breaks apart. Gaara took the hardest minerals in the earth and fused them with his sand, binding it all together with his chakra. Just a young geologist right here. Gaara tells Kimimaro that this is the end of your bloodline, and Kimimaro says, "I may die, but I'm not alone." So what does this mean, and why do I think Orochimaru did something sinister? We see the day Orochimaru gave him the curse mark, and he became the leader of the Sound Ninja 5 because he was the strongest. Does Orochimaru give the curse mark to anyone who has the potential of being his vessel?
My existence has been subsumed into Lord Orochimaru's ambition. That means a part of me will survive in Lord Orochimaru's heart forever.
I thought he meant that literally, like there was actually a part of him out there somewhere that would continue on, like maybe Orochimaru made a clone of him or some kind of homunculus bone person thing, and then that person or that being would continue on his Kakai Genkai. But no, he thinks that part of him will live on in Orochimaru's heart. What heart? That's actually really tragic. And Orochimaru meanwhile is talking about him with Kabuto like he's just some person they once knew who's gonna die and wanted to use him, but it didn't really work out.
Orochimaru's brainwashed you well, you sad little pawn.
He really did.
Gaara's chakra is running out, so he puts everything into this next attack, pulling Kimimaro into the ground to imprison him there. He struggles and struggles but can't escape from the sand. Gaara is going to bury him alive, 200 meters underground. But there is still another dance to be done, and large bones begin ripping up from the ground. And how is he able to do this? His body is only so big, and he's created a forest of bones. And even as he's done something so objectively impressive that will likely lead to his death, he's busy apologizing to Orochimaru that he couldn't do everything that his lord desired. And then we see how quickly Kimimaro succumbed to his illness. During the whole Forest of Death stuff, he was on his feet, but by the time they killed the Kazekage, he collapsed. And Kabuto is such a dick. He so smugly tells him that Orochimaru found a new ideal vessel because he is so clearly not it. He remembers Gaara's words, that he's just a pawn.
Orochimaru's brainwashed you well, you sad little pawn.
You're wrong! You don't understand!
Come see the truth of the world through my eyes, Kimimaro. It all could be ours, yours and mine. Will you come?
I will see the truth of this world. Lord Orochimaru will show me!
It breaks my heart how desperate he sounds.
I am not his pawn! He is the one! The only one who ever gave my life meaning! But how could the likes of you ever understand that?
He is dead.
Now tell me why I'm so sad over the death of the bad guy. I mean, it took Naruto and Lee and Gaara in order to fight him. Exhausted Gaara. So it is a good thing that he's defeated. It is a good thing that he's dead. And I am sad because he died for Orochimaru. He died for someone who does not care for his life or his death. And that is heartbreaking. And he died without salvation. He died fighting against the idea that his Orochimaru's pawn. He didn't come to recognize that or reject it or try to find his own value. He died in that belief. He died for that belief. That is sad. That's a sad one.
No matter. He's of no further use to me. All that matters now is that Sasuke is coming.
And Orochimaru doesn't care. All he cares about is that Sasuke is on his way, and out of his own free will too. Gaara recognizes that he survived out of sheer luck, and Lee rejects that idea because Guy taught him that ninja make their own luck. Gaara calls Sensei a mother hen, and I like that because it's accurate. Lee gets mad and Gaara draws a parallel between Lee's dedication to Guy and Kimimaro's to Orochimaru. Lee says only an honorable person would inspire such devotion.
No. Perhaps the companionship of even an evil person is preferable to loneliness.
And isn't that the whole tragic truth of it? How long will these bones stand as a testament to the tragedy of Kimimaro? We end with Sasuke and Naruto arriving at a pretty epic monument waterfall thing. And is it finally time for them to talk it out? These statues, this is the first Hokage and Madara, right? I think that's how you say his name. I've seen images of him in relation to Naruto, but I don't know anything about him other than he's an Uchiha and he's a very powerful villain. So this is some clever foreshadowing. I see you, Kishimoto. Is that why Sasuke came here? He's finally stopped running and very dramatically turns around to reveal he's got one transformed phase 2 demon eye curse mark thing.
So it's you. Hopeless little knucklehead.
Sasuke thinks he's so cool. He must have known that Naruto was the one following him.
He says she sent you, huh? And I thought he meant Tsunade, but apparently he meant Sakura. So that means that Sakura is on his mind too, right? This laugh he's doing and this smug look on his face is annoying me, and I hope Naruto punches him right in his face. Of course, Naruto is shocked. Look what you've done to yourself. There's another 2 long series of flashbacks showing their journey so far. I don't know why they show so much of individual clips. You could literally show a second or 2, just a snapshot, and we would be reminded of what had happened. And while watching these, it is quite sad to think that not so long ago, really not so long ago, he was calling them his trusted comrades.
Why?
Why are you doing this to us? I don't get it! What happened to make you like this? Why are you doing it?
Why should you care what I do? It's my concern, not yours. I have my own path to follow now. My days of playing ninja with you kids of the Leaf Village are done.
The way he calls them kids, like Naruto didn't save him from Gaara, like he couldn't fight Gaara but Naruto could. Itachi himself is a kid who was a product of the Leaf Village. The Leaf Village has got nothing to do with it. If you want to be great, you can be great. If you are talented, you will be talented. You will become a great ninja. You don't have to tie yourself to some evil snake monster vampire man.
Naruto was the happiest he had ever been in his entire life, and Sasuke is ruining it. And he thinks of his fellow kids of the Leaf Village and their brave hearts, all of them putting their lives on the line to rescue Sasuke, and he is just an ungrateful shithead. And with the headspace that Sasuke is in, is he even capable of recognizing the significance of that? The significance of Neji and Shoji and Shikamaru and Kiba all coming after them and trying so hard to save him. In rage, Naruto pounces and does exactly what I want to do and punches Sasuke right in the face. And he spits blood at Naruto's face. He believes he could never have become this strong with them. So he's going to Orochimaru, who, as we just learned, values his students and followers deeply.
Are you out of your mind? Orochimaru killed the third Hokage and did everything he could to destroy the Leaf Village! Whatever it is that you're expecting from him, you think he's gonna give it to you for free? All he wants is to use your body like a new suit of clothes! There'll be nothing of you left! You'll never get out of there alive! You think I'll stand by and just let you throw away your entire life?
The only thing that matters to me is achieving my goal. If you insist on getting in my way, well, then it can't be helped.
And just look at him. Look at the expression on his face. It looks mad. Like he genuinely does not care if Orochimaru takes his body as long as he kills Itachi first.
Sasuke reminds Naruto of his laughter in their previous fight because he was excited to finally prove his strength and how far he's come to Sasuke, and that is not the same thing as what Sasuke is doing now. At that time, Naruto didn't know about all the stuff swirling in Sasuke's head. It was not the same situation. So is Sasuke laughing now because he feels that he has regained his confidence, that he is stronger than Naruto?
I never really wanted that kind of fight. Even now, I still don't.
Naruto, he just wants to be friends.
I couldn't give a damn what you want.
And so Sasuke begins steadily overpowering Naruto, raising him off the ground by the collar, and punches him so hard his insides squish. The curse mark fades after that burst of energy, and he clearly enjoys the feeling of all this power and can't wait to see how much more he can get. As Naruto sinks into the river, he reflects on how much stronger Sasuke has become, and it's only been like a day or two since they last fought each other. As Sasuke watches the water waiting for Naruto to float back up, I wonder if there's a part of him that worries that he won't. And Naruto understands the stakes of this situation, that he's fighting for Sasuke's soul. And Sasuke has left that soul behind. All he wants now is power. All the happy flowers and sunshine are in his past. I wasn't expecting this, but we see a flashback of Sasuke watching Itachi train, and he's very amazing. And of course, little Sasuke wants to train with his brother too, but big brother doesn't have time right now. As he's trying to pull off some skills and impress his brother, he trips, falls, sprains his ankle, and big brother has to carry him on his back. What happened to this family? Where did all of that brotherly love go? What caused Itachi's actions? He seems like a totally different person in this flashback.
Sorry, Sasuke. Maybe some other time.
Ow!
Naruto and Sasuke begin to fight, but Sasuke has the higher ground and all this new power and gains the advantage kind of easily, and he ties his former teammate to a rock.
I'm warning you. You're making a big mistake.
A future with you guys isn't what I want anymore.
Fire style! Dragon Flame Jutsu!
Sasuke! This boy. I am trying my best to have sympathy for him because of everything that he's gone through. But he's really getting on my nerves. I can't believe he Dragon Flame Jutsu'd him. I obviously know that Naruto is going to be okay, but that's such an intense thing to do. Is he really trying to kill Naruto or to hurt him very badly? Is he truly trying to do that to Naruto? I wonder if there's some kind of psychological effect of the curse mark. Does it make you crazy as well? Do you just want all the power and you're willing to sacrifice everything for it? Do you get a little bit of orochimaru in you after you get that curse mark on? Gosh. But I'm gonna stop here. I don't have time. We'll have to see in the next episode what happens. Though I'm sure Sasuke is just going to go to Orochimaru and Naruto is going to go back to the Leaf Village. And then they will be on their separate ways. Because I don't think Sasuke goes back. So that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you did, or leave a comment if you want to say hello. I am going to be thinking about this betrayal, this deep betrayal on Sasuke. Goodness. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, a good week. I'm Kayla. See you in the next one.